Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Crit and Miss on a Tuesday night. We're here for episode 2 of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. I'll be your DM and show host tonight, Mark Hillman, and we have our lovely crew all together tonight. So this is going to be pretty exciting. Let's say good day to everyone, and then we'll get into the game. How we doing, folks?
Yes.
Really well. And I just realized I left my email open. So that's what everyone just saw on their screen just a moment ago. So feast your eyes.
I did not.
I saw that you had your PIN number saved as one of the emails. It was just
I was just sending through my bank details. All
right.
Bank details, yeah.
Perfect.
Everyone's gonna scroll back now.
Are you falling for another scam again, Sven? Not sending your bank details.
Yeah, no, like, what can I do? If someone says they have a Trump trading card from Belgium, I mean, how can I resist?
Really easily.
He got that email.
Really
Belgium,
easily.
lucky you.
Oh dear. So, okay, of course, we have all of our usual suspects. So let's go from left to right and introduce everyone real quick. So, Sven, how you doing?
Oh, yeah, I'm really good, man. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm real good. Things been going well. Got a gig next weekend. Pretty keen for. Hell yeah.
Good.
Yes. So you're good. You're of course playing Qualek, the.
Did you want me to explain who I was playing as well? I thought it was. I thought you were just, you know.
Just being polite.
You just being polite.
Having a
How I
chat
actually was as a human
Hey
being.
man, how are you? Yeah, I'm great.
You don't have to go into detail, but just like character name, class.
Yes, I am playing Qualek, the criminal Hadozi wizard.
All right.
Divination.
Excellent. Yeah, he's pretty cool. We've seen a little bit of him in action so far. I'm excited to see what he does in the dungeon. Should be cool. Of course, next we have Jem. How you doing, Jem? Joining us for the first time tonight. Glad you could
Hello.
make it.
Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, and you'll be playing.
Maurice Mistopheles the 17th.
All right. Well, we shall meet Maurice Mistopheles the 17th.
He
sounds
pretty
great.
early on when we get into the game.
Yes.
It looks like maybe he is too. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, brink man.
Yeah. And of course, that brings us over to Rob. How you doing, Rob?
Well, I'm doing well, thank you guys. I'm playing Valtari, the Kalashtar Drake Warden. So keen
he's
to show off a few more of his skills, hopefully, in this session.
yeah.
We shall see.
See how we go. Excellent. Then, of course, that brings us over to Sevs.
Hey, what's going on? I absolutely feel like shit, but nothing gets in the way of D&D. I am playing Flower Child 4, and you have to say his name. There is no shortening of Flower Child 4. Yes, it is a mouthful, but his full name or no name. He is a barbarian.
We can't just call him FC4.
Excellent.
And you can't call it FC4. Somebody asked about it the other day, and I said no. Or child. Or 4.
You got flower.
Or just
It's a
fuckball.
flower. A 4? Yeah.
Bloody hilarious. No, not allowed, apparently. Not allowed at all.
Not allowed.
Yeah. Cool. And then that, of course, brings us over to Kiran.
Hi, I'm Kiran. I'm playing Auntie Lizzie, the tiefling bard, retired rock star. Yeah.
Loves it. And last but certainly not least, we have Comrade Elric. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, still alive. I've survived the week since last time. That's the main thing.
Excellent. And who are you playing tonight?
Tonight I shall be Doc Hovel. He doesn't have many other names, although the party seems to be coming to know him as the guy who talks to his scalpel.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. And you are a
celestial warlock who is
excellent.
beholden by a celestial spirit as such.
Yep. So it seems, anyway. All right. Well, that's everybody. And last we left off. That's the next fun part. And we probably could have done this in line with saying hello and characters and stuff. Is everyone except for Jem, because she wasn't here last week and therefore isn't required to, take part in this. She just gets her hero point. The rest of you, I need a little recap from what we did last week. Just something that either your character did or, you remember from last week as being important. So let's go back around and see what we can get. Sven, what do you got for me?
Yes, so I don't pay attention or write down any notes, but here is what the splinters of fragmented bits of information that I have from last week's shenanigans are. The 5 of us, I think it is, were summoned to the estates of Lord Neverember, the Lord Protector of the city of Neverwinter on the north, the Sword Coast. And there, we were informed that we had been brought there to assist him with a problem. Now, this is where I get a little bit hazy because I stopped paying any attention. But I think the nuts and bolts of it is, for rather important individuals, seemingly no connection between them, apart from the superfluous connection between 2 of them that were some kind of experts in interplanar travel, I think it was, or interplanar science.
Outer planes.
Outer planes, something like that.
Yep.
So, Koalik, however, having some history with study in this particular field, did recognize a 3rd name who was also an expert in sort of planar study, planar magic and all that kind of stuff. And the 4th person was, I think, a debonair, an actor of some sort, probably someone that Auntie Lizzie might be more familiar with than anyone else. It sounds like there's someone who might be sort of in the same, sphere of influence, entertainers.
You meet so many people on the road.
Yeah,
It's all start
faces
to
blur together. Names can't be recalled. I honestly can't remember any of their names. I think I wrote them down, so I think it might be a good idea to go back over them. Did you get them?
I wrote them down, but I would imagine I've just destroyed the spelling.
I want to know your spelling,
completely.
and then I want to know the
all right.
spelling.
So I got Eldin Haywalk, Edrina Lambust, Sarcel Malinov, and Berto Goblincock.
Okay,
Yep.
you were close on some. So there was Sarcel Malinosh, who is a mage, wild magic sorcerer. Has recently been on excursion to a distant plane, and they're the. What do they do exactly? I can't remember. But yeah, that's one of them.
Unless
Then
we
there
know they're not
was.
important. Good, we can skip over them.
Yep. No, they are. I just need to go back and check the notes. Then there was Umberto Noblin.
Goblincock. See?
Right. Yeah. There you go. And so that is the. He's a historian that had the specialist subject, Sven, that you pointed out. Then there is Indrina Lamsensettle. So you were close on that one, Sevs.
Lamsden settle.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Settle. Lamsen settle. Yep. And then so she's the actor. Yeah, she's she's the actor. And then there was the last one was Eldon Keyword. Eldon Keyword. Yeah. And so he was he's a priest, apparently.
Apparently.
Yep.
I put all the spice in that last bite of that food. I just want to apologize to everyone watching this at home, by the way. I don't make a habit of eating on stream, but I forgot that we humans need to eat every now and then. So, my apologies.
Yeah, that'll happen.
There are a couple of points that we would like to make before we dive into tonight's episode. I'd like to say a huge thank you to tabletopaudio.com for providing all the ambience you hear in your ear holes at the moment. providing that you are listening to this. And very, very special point, we have some brand new redemptions, chat redemptions, that you can redeem right now, because they are activated. And the most important one being that I would like to explain to everyone before we launch into some gameplay is we have a brand new feature called the Deck of Planar Ruin. You can see that up on your screen right now if you're watching the stream live. And what that is you can redeem that in chat with your crit coin, and it will draw a random card from the Deck of Planar Ruin. And every one of those cards has an effect. And that's going to be a global effect. So not just us, the players, but also Mark's creatures are going to be affected by whatever strange planar magic is seeping into the material plane or wherever we happen to be at that time. There are some limitations on how many of those can be drawn during every stream, and you can earn crit coin by watching any Crit and Miss stream, by following, by subscribing, and by engaging in the chat. So if you want to, affect the game, be a part of the story, even if it's in just a little way, make sure you're watching the streams live every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Back over to you, Mark.
All right. So, Eldon Keywood is he's the highly knowledgeable scholar who specializes in the outer planes. No, it was him. And then the Sarcel Malinosh, the wild magic sorcerer, plumbs the mysteries of the outer plane. So it sounds like Eldon does the research and Sarcel actually goes exploring. But they don't actually know each other, which is interesting. Then it was Umberto, who is the historian, who's written about deities and the like, and Sven, he was the one that you picked up on his specialist subject, which is also maybe related.
Could someone send those through to me? Because I don't have the time to write it down, but if someone could send me through, I'd really appreciate
right
it.
now. So I'm looking at them. I'll copy paste, send them to you on Discord. Done.
Done.
Thank you.
An efficient man, this one.
So do we get our heroic inspiration? Was that a good enough recap?
Well, you get yours, and I think Sevs probably can contribute enough to get his. I need to hear from everyone else, though, still.
I just have to point out that I have been kidnapped on this adventure. I did say at the beginning, I don't do violence, and still everybody's ignored me, and I'm still on this adventure right now.
You are my meat.
There were some priests of Ogma in the that were like advising Lord Neverember, and we are on our way to Never Death Graveyard, which there seems to be a magical field blocking their vision, so they can't tell what's going on in there.
Exactly. They had used their magics to try and track where these people are gone, and that was as far as they were able to get. And there is a mausoleum that you've been directed towards, like a particular one that will let you down into the crypts to try and find them. Yeah, I think that gets you a hero point as well. So there's yours, Rob. Anybody else? I'm still waiting to hear from Kiran and Elric.
We can place from context, given what we learnt last session, that whoever named Never Dead Cemetery either had a sense of humor or didn't know what could really go wrong in a cemetery.
I mean, true. Or maybe they knew exactly what could go wrong in a cemetery.
Oh, right. So they just called it that in advance.
It might be a really fucked up cemetery. Maybe it's not what we'd expect.
Yeah, like...
That might
so
be a bit of a context clue.
The sense I'm getting is that graveyards in Faerun, and perhaps most of D&D, aren't exactly the safest places to go at night, which is when you kind of end up heading there.
Funny, we spoke about that last night.
Yeah?
Good.
Yeah, cool. So, what came up there?
Sorry, Jem, do you want to take over a sec?
Hang on, what are we talking about? Someone just gifted me a sub. I'm so confused.
Oh, nice. Graveyards at night in D&D.
Oh, I don't know.
No, we're okay. All right. So I didn't.
Is this about last night? Is this like a throwback to last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay. So last night we were talking about. I don't even know how this came up. Has anyone like hung out in a graveyard? And I was saying that when I was younger, it was goth adjacent, and I lived 2 doors down from a cemetery. So I used to chill under a tree there, like jump in dirt piles. It was great. It's great.
Yep, makes sense.
Good vibes.
Yeah, love it.
Not creepy at all.
So no, that's fine. But had you been in D&D, that might not have been the safest thing, because it even points out that, like, so as you guys are moving through the graveyard, when we do get to that point, you will encounter things like zombies and skeletons and ghosts wandering around the place, but they're not really a match for you guys. So this, we're not going to sit there and have you go through an encounter with like 2 or 3 zombies, because you'll just go splat, right? So like the book even says, like, that's basically the deal. So yeah, graveyards are kind of dangerous and a bit spooky, and the undead are known to be there, Geoff. I don't know if that gets you a hero point though, but I think it led us on a great tangent that does get you a hero point.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Good job.
We all recognized one another, having had a dream recently that all ended with a vision of what looks to be quite a menacing figure. But we all recognize each other, but no one's really called it out yet. So.
Yep. Nice. Love it. Thank you. Yep, that's definitely good enough, because that was probably the one key missing detail from everything else. So you guys are about to leave the manor when another figure enters the room from the stairs nearby. Jem, would you like to describe Maurice for us, please, as he comes running down the stairs?
Yeah, so Maurice looks like he's just ready to go. He's just running in and he's like, what are you waiting for? Like, he just doesn't stop. As fast as an old, like, 106-year-old looking man can be, though. So to him, he's going fast. To everyone else is like, what the fuck is this decrepit old man? But yeah, he's ready to go. He'd probably just introduce himself and be like, hey, I'm Maurice. Watch yourselves. Let's go. Because, like, he has been hanging around with Lord Neverember. They're mates. So he's just sort of been called in, just like, hey, do you want to go with these guys? And sort this stuff out.
I mean,
yeah, he looks demented.
Or has he been hanging out, and has he ever heard what's going on? I feel like Lord Neverember's kind of looking out from the other room going, are you sure, Maurice, you didn't want to stay and rest a bit longer?
Nah, let's go. And he's hobbling off. And I think everyone would be looking at him like, are you going to slow us down, honestly? Yeah.
Lizzie.
Yeah.
Older than you.
I was waiting for that.
If I could take a moment of everyone's time, someone redeemed a card from the deck of Plane of Ruin. It is Psychic Overload, so everyone keep this in mind. All creatures have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves. However, whenever a creature takes psychic damage, it's going to take an additional 1d8 force damage as well.
Oh yeah,
cool. Cool. Good to know.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. All right, and well, with that, sorry if someone had something.
Oh, just in response to that statement, I said, yes. I think this gentleman might be older than me. Thank you for pointing that out.
I don't understand why they just don't give him a knife, send him into the wild, get the last hurrah, but they just leave him and just allow him to come on kidnap.
This just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Doc Hobble
That's an
just looks
idea.
impatient and just says, so are we getting this retirement village on the road or what?
I'm still stuck on the idea of a knife. I'm still stuck on that. That might be Neverember. Get my knife ready.
Please, first
Okay.
of all, no one give this old man a knife. All right, I don't think he's
can
quite
we-
mentally stable. But if we're going to be taking this old decrepit man anywhere, I mean, we may as well take him to a graveyard. At least he's already there. 1 foot in the grave and all that.
Hey, we stop commenting on the ages of the various ages of the characters, please.
Look.
I think it's unnecessary to comment on everyone's age. Some of us might be really young, some of us might be older.
Hey, that reminds me. Is there anyone you need to visit at the graveyard? Just someone you went to school with?
Well, I for one am proud of my age. I have seen things that you whippersnappers never would have, and you never ever want to. And he just looks off. It's just vacancy there. But we might see some friends. I hope not.
With that, never. Look, Maurice is quite capable. I assure you. I've known him for most of my life. Please, if you would like to get underway, time is kind of the essence here.
If you think Maurice is worth bringing along, your lordship, I agree.
Sweet. All right. So
in the last game, in the last game, there was 3 chickens on that table. Now there's 3 chickens in my bag.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not even going to ask you for sleight of hand. I don't think anyone's going to object. Right? Like, yeah, no. Especially as you have stated you don't really want to go along, so they're kind of willing to give you anything you want at this point. Because what's your passive insight?
Mine?
Yeah, yours.
Not big. Not big at all. Passive insight is 10.
Okay. So that's going to be enough to kind of pick up on the vote. Like, you don't know why, but these guys seem to think really highly of you. You can't think of a reason why they would, but that's just the vibe you're getting. They seem to think you're, pretty alright.
Cool.
So, yeah. So they're trying to just give you stuff and get you to come. And that's from Neverember and, his household, the priests, I'm not speaking for the other players. But, yeah, as far as the NPCs go, they're all treating you like you're pretty cool. And it would be really cool if you went along with what was going on because, it'd be pretty cool to help out.
All
and
right.
I think you can.
Well, I don't see there's any reason why we should be hanging around any longer.
All
Mr.
right.
Neverember, please don't lose that list I give you, yeah? And Qualek hops down from his chair and heads on out, I guess.
Yep. Awesome. So if everyone's going along,
we
will...
Voltari's left.
Voltari's already headed off. Yep, cool, no problem. All right,
the old man. He's like, gotta get out of here.
Yep. Hilarious. Alright, so we'll come across to the city of Neverember for just a moment. I'm just waiting for the map to load. Now, either in the time before you went there or in the time going from there to where you're headed, you'll have a chance to do the shopping that we've already talked about off screen. So you've bought what you need to by this point, I'm assuming, or you're going to let me know, as we go.
On that note, sorry. I did actually forget to buy some liquor bottles, so I'll probably do that with my shopping trip.
Yeah,
I don't know how much. I didn't see it on the list, though.
You should be able to look up some kind of something in D&D Beyond, just the item list, and it'll have a price. It's a common thing.
Cool as.
If not, just ask Google what that should cost and go with that. It'll be fine. It's not going to be expensive. It's going to be in the realm of copper and silver. So
that's what I thought.
Yeah. All right. So your party token, we can zoom in. We don't really need to zoom in here. So the party token is here in the Protectors Enclave, where I've just pinged.
Oh, there it is.
So you guys will wander throughout the city, stop at some shops. This might take a couple of hours on the way.
Did Maurice get one of those pins that we all got as well with the dark vision?
He should already have one. I forgot to say so, Jem. If you wanna, you'll need homebrew turned on your sheet. You'll need to go into the editor and add what do they call it, guys? A
Protector's Grace.
Protector's Grace is a homebrew magic item, so you can add one of those as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All good.
While we're traveling as well, Qualek is sort of He's got that badge in his palm. He's like flipping it over and like studying it. He wants to know if there's any hidden magical qualities. Really, what he wants to know is if he's being either watched or listened to, or these things are being used as some type of device to keep tracks on us, whether through scrying or other magical means.
Sure. I'd say in the time second you could ritually cast Identify on it as you're walking easily enough, so yeah, no problem. What does the item actually say about it on the description?
It does say that he can see.
Yeah, it says a small brooch in the shape of a shield bearing the crest of Neverwinter on the front. The rear is personal seal of the Lord Protector Daegalt Neverember himself. Blah, 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 blah. It does say that, does it? The Lord Protector may use magic action to end a creature's attunement. It says if the wearer is killed, Lord Neverember is magically alerted to the location of this place so they can send help. I don't see anywhere that it says it's actively
Sorry. Yeah, that's what I read.
watching or listening.
It is as it reads.
It is as it reads. There's nothing hidden from my... Okay, alright. Alright, very good. Okay, cool. He pins it
I'd
back
say
on.
if Altari's seen him do that,
Yeah.
he'd probably be like, oh, Bollock, is it? Bollock?
Yes, what?
Am I saying this correctly?
What were you saying? Sorry, I wasn't paying any attention to you at all.
I could see you were tinkering. I have some things I haven't managed myself to identify. Could you possibly help a person out?
Oh, personally. Oh, well, yes. I mean, in my sort of line of business, it's best not that everyone knows exactly where you are at all times. So I thought I might have a little look at this object that they so freely have given us. You know what an item like this is normally worth?
Lighten me.
2 gold.
Must be no less than 5,000 gold pieces for one of these.
Oh,
That was my next guess.
is that currency a lot in this realm?
You know what? It's not much at all. In fact, I'll hold on to your one if you want.
Ah, sorry, I must have misplaced it.
Right. Misplaced it, of course.
But I
Yeah.
do have these, and he'll present the dagger and the blue gem. That here, and he'll say,
Yep.
any chance you know what these are?
Wait a moment. You picked these up when we were in that dreamscape, yeah?
If that was real.
And here they
But
are.
these are in my hands, so I dare say it must.
Tell me, what was your name? Veltari, yes?
That is correct.
You better hand that here, son.
By all means. Tell me what it is.
Qualek takes the dagger. Was it just the dagger, sorry? Or there was something else?
There's dagger and a glowing blue sapphire, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Qualek would like to try and identify those as well.
Absolutely, you can do that. Just checking something.
Wow, this music's very exciting for a walk through the city.
It's really getting the vibe going, isn't it?
Might fine. Let's just go back to this one, shall we?
Yeah, so he's like holding it in his hand and he sort of waves his hand over it a little bit and he opens up his hand and like on the end of a small chain there's like a little pendulum and he holds the pendulum over the top of these items and it begins to like swing back and forth and Qualek's eyes roll up into the back of his head and this is like his version of casting this identify spell as he tries to like tune himself to whatever latent magic may be emanating from these items.
All right. Well, I just need to look up the gem because I need to remember.
Me
That's
next.
really a curveball, Mark.
But,
Me next. Hold out a piece of chicken.
It's actually a goose.
I'm afraid that chicken is cursed. You'll have to get rid of it immediately.
All right, so the blue sapphire is an elemental gem.
Elemental.
And so it contains a mote of elemental energy. You can use an action to break the gem, and an air elemental is summoned as if you had cast a conjure elemental spell, and the gem's magic is lost. So it's a one-time use summon an air elemental.
Gotcha.
The dagger, however, I'm going to need 2 seconds.
Shall I read out the identify spell while we're going through that?
Yeah.
So for those people who have never played Dungeons and Dragons before, if you're watching this, first of all, let me know how you found your way here in the first place. I want to know. Second, the identify spell, you touch an object throughout the spell's casting. If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties and know how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any ongoing spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn the spell's name. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn which ongoing spells, if any, are currently affecting it. Are there any spells currently affecting the roast chicken?
Yes. Yes, the spell currently affecting the roast chicken is make people hungry.
More hungry.
Just as we discover the effect of the chicken, I'm going to pull out that mysterious spirits bottle and just take a swig from it, not bothering to identify it, of course, just drinking from it.
I immediately cast a 5th level fireball on the chicken.
No comedy retracted goes.
Yeah. You do remember this, right?
I'm waiting.
You should just assume that everything I say is comedy.
Just pure comedic gold.
Comedy retracted. Okay, if you're gonna make me say it, I'll say it. Jeez.
No, it's fine. Alright, so the dagger is... Alright, Sven, I'm going to need one more thing from you.
Alright, what do you need?
This dagger's magic seems to be being a little bit elusive. It seems like you can figure it out, but I just need a spellcasting check, so just roll spellcasting modifier.
Spellcast mod. Let me find that one for you, and then I'll be able to do that. Modifiers +5, so I'll just roll on the map so everyone can see it at home. D20 and add a 5 to it. Not great. It's going to be a 12 total on that one.
Alright, no problem. So what you managed to determine is that this is very much a magical dagger. Best you can figure, it is a +2 dagger.
Yes.
It basically works to make your ability to hit with it greater. Like magically seeks the target and magically will find the better places to stab to.
You see that pendulum, like it swings clockwise for a second and then stops and then goes counterclockwise and then stops and then goes clockwise and then it stops and just goes back and forth, like vibrating a little bit. And Qualek's eyes, they roll back and he's like, I get the feeling I haven't quite unlocked the full mysteries of this item, but there is indeed powerful magics enchanted within it. I would be careful with this if I were you.
The one thing you do know is that attuning to it would reveal, like you can tell that whatever's going on with the magic, actually attuning to the object would probably reveal what it does.
Qualek flips it over in his hand and catches it by the blade, and he holds it back out to Valtari, and he's like, I will be careful handling this if I were you. You spend too much time with this item in your hand, and there's no knowing what kind of magical effects may be transferred into you. I know that this thing is deadly, at least, but I'll leave it to you to decide what you want to do with this. As for this, and he holds up the the gem. This is little more than a trinket.
I would definitely insight check that. Altari's not silly.
Okay. Would you like me to roll a deception check, or would you like me just to allow him to do the insight, and we'll just... Because I don't mind if he knows that I'm lying.
Yeah, look, I think in a situation like this where you are trying, we all know above the table that you're trying to blatantly lie to him in character. I think rolls should probably determine at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely. I'm okay with that.
Roll. Yeah, so insight versus deception, and we'll see.
I could be super mean right now. I could be super mean.
Is this a portent dice mean? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I thought about it, but I don't think that's really fair. I think I'm going to do a...
I only rolled a 14, so it's not.
Did you?
7 plus 7. So.
Where is deception? There you are. I'm not... Funnily enough, I'm not very good at it, so I'm just going to roll that one.
Oh, really?
Happens. Yeah.
I thought you actually would have had...
Natural 20 is pretty good, though.
Oh,
So.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm definitely going to roll. I'll role play this. I'll say.
Yeah.
Well,
I was going to... There you go.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. Well, if it's just a trinket, then I'll take the dagger and call it fair payment.
Yes, I think, it's... of the two items, this thing here, I mean... I'm sorry I could not do any better for you. There's still more magic in this item than I understand, but perhaps if you're brave enough, you'd be able to attune to it and find out exactly what it does. But as for this, it's little more than a simple trinket. I might be able to use this as a material component for one of my spells. You don't mind if I hold on to it, do you?
As I said, fair payment. You can see Valtari's eyes are very, honed in on you, but he's not. He kind of was already thinking if it was just something, he'd just give you it anyway. Doesn't seem like something he'd use. The dagger, however, piques his interest.
So hands you the dagger. The little spell gem. He throws it up, catches it, puts it in his component pouch. He's like, "How far from here to the graveyard?" And continues on his way.
Yeah. No, sorry, I'll just in tow.
Alright. That's nice. Well, unless there's anything anyone else wanted to do, we will move you along to the graveyard. Alright, so we're here at the entrance of the graveyard. So, like I said, the wandering zombies and skeletons don't really pose much of a threat to you guys, so you will reach Halleck's mausoleum without trouble. And so it's this mausoleum that you're looking to investigate. That's where the shielded magic is. So let me make you guys a little bit further in. I think the mausoleum's sort of in there somewhere.
Love this map.
Over to... Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can I just ask? I'm having some trouble with the map loading. It's saying something about the Google Drive.
Maybe give it a refresh.
I've never experienced this before. I've done that 17 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait for the next map to load up. If that one works, we should be okay. Because I think we're about to go to a different map, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We are.
Okay.
Just on that map, it is one I grabbed from. So it's... You can see the website on the bottom of it if you want to give viewers a look there. It's a Dungeon Master's Guide to Neverwinter. I'm just not quite sure how to pronounce the website name.
Inchoate
thoughts. Yeah.
Inchoate thoughts.
Inchoate thoughts.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like that.
Are you doing that in character voice then, or not? Because it really sounds like it. Are you listening?
Inchoate thoughts.
Love it.
Somehow that sounded better.
Right. So they've put together a whole Dungeon Master's Guide to Neverwinter, and I know we're only going to, we're only here at the start, but I figured it was good to have some stuff out. So if we do end up doing some exploration at some point, and you guys wanted to sandbox, I'm going to say, hey, yeah, look, here's some locations, here's some stuff we can look at. and it gives me maps and little details and stuff like that. It's a really good pack. So also recommend anyone that's having to run a campaign in Neverwinter to check that out.
According to Google, it's inchoate. Inchoate thoughts. And it means rudimentary or incomplete.
Cool.
Incoherent or incoherent?
Yeah, I'm going to bring you guys across. Now, you're not going to see much at first. Basically, some stone wall in front of you and a door. This will be you in front of the mausoleum.
Got it.
Here we are.
It is loading.
Excellent.
Someone really needs to do something about all of these undead roaming around the mausoleum. How are people supposed to come and pay respects to the dead? That Lord Neverember likes to flaunt his wealth. If you put a little bit more of that into looking after the well-being of his people.
That's why you just let them release them out into the wild.
Yes, nothing like a horde of undead roaming free in the wild.
Ah, bears.
I'm pretty sure that'd be a grave mistake.
Flower Child, what kind of community are you from where you sort of treat your old people like that?
It's just a general community. I like me and Flower Man and Flower Woman 1, and it's just like old people are just like a bit of a bird, and they just eat and then they get sick, and then we just give them like a knife and go, off you go. And that's it. It's the one last hurrah, we called it. Maybe Maurice should have that knife that you just got.
You are a very sheltered young man. How old are you?
Sheltered? I'm outside. Can't be sheltered if I'm outside, can I?
This proved my point, yes.
Gods preserve us. Look, before we go any further, I think it's important, I must say. I'm assuming all of you had the same dream I had. Maybe except for this crazy vagrant man that came with us. He points towards Maurice. The rest of you...
He's just smiling and looking at you all.
You had the same dream, yes? You had a visitor who come, make vaguely threatening remarks, yes?
Yeah.
No.
Interestingly enough as well, when I woke up this morning, I found two rats, and in the dream we met two rats. I feel like that's connected.
Everything is connected. This is the point I'm trying to make. You are in...
I also remember that this gentleman over here was a bit of a racist.
Which one?
I
Yes,
just don't particularly enjoy the company of infernals, that's all.
Alright, yeah.
Maybe you're not...
Just to see that wasn't
maybe
just
you're not a horrible one, but in my dealings, that no one has ever been nice. That is your race, so... I apologize-ish, I guess.
Look,
Yeah, well, look, bygones be bygones. What happened in the dream stays in the dream.
we're
I'm
not
willing to move forward if you are.
school children. Feelings are going to get hurt. And unless I am mistaken, I think it's more than just feelings that are going to get hurt beyond those doors over there. Now, I don't usually work in a team, but I've been known to put my pride aside when it works to my benefit. I'm not stupid. I know my strength and I know my weakness. I'm only tiny little Hadozi. I'm not big and strong. I'm hoping that you could maybe fill the gaps. But if we're going to do that, we need to learn a little bit more about each other before we move on. So, we're going to work as a team. We need to explain what we are capable of. I have no intentions of dying in that bleak place. What can you do? What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Let's go around the table. Let's
Anyone wish to begin, or
start with
shall we
you,
roll for it?
old
I swig
vagrant
from my
man.
bottle again.
He points towards Maurice.
Young man, I don't know what I've done to earn this disrespect. I will show you what I can do. And he just looks at you uncomfortably. There's just nothing.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
kind of expecting some sort of
Yeah.
demonstration.
Yes, we're all waiting.
Okay. Maybe they want to save it for later. I'm happy to go next. My name's Lisbane Casarelli. You can call me Auntie Lizzie. I'm a performer by trade, and a bit of a healer as well. And I've also got some experience with memories. Those are kind of my main strengths. But I'm not going to be much use in a fight. You probably want to keep me in the back.
What about you? He points towards Doc Hobble.
Take another swig from the bottle. Look, all you need to know is I'm a doctor. I surgically carve things. It's pretty much the job.
I've already seen what you're capable of. Quite good with a bow, yeah? He points towards your character, Rob. Beltari.
Well, the bow is but one asset. And let's just say when the need arises, I have a large friend that may be of use to us. And you see it as you look towards his eyes, they sort of flicker between like normal humanoid bluey grey eyes, and they flick to like almost that reptilian slit for a second, and then flick back to normal.
And, well, I guess we don't need to ask what you bring to the table. He points towards Flower Child.
Well, I'm tucked behind Altari, like as if he's just trying to keep himself minimum. So I'm kind of, once you started like pinpointing everybody looking, I kind of tucked myself away behind someone. Look, like I said around the table, I don't do violence. I'm not a violent person.
Good.
I'm all about like love and peace and
Good.
letting all people go out into the wild.
Maybe you can learn a thing or two along the way. Well, Mr. Hovel, is it? If you don't mind standing in front of me if we go into this place, that would be very good. And, well, I guess
Of
if we need
course,
to
the
stare at things uncomfortably or play some music, we have everything under control.
Of course. Send the doctor first. Look at tracks. Can you believe this guy? All right, come on. And I gather up tracks and head to the door and attempt to open it.
No problem. Well, that means it's time for a little bit of this. So, this is a towering stone mausoleum clustered in the wall that separates the main graveyard from the Paupers graveyard. There are many of these mausoleums. Halleck's mausoleum is a squat, unassuming granite block in the shadow of larger monuments to the west and south. Its metal double doors bear a rusty broken chain and padlock hanging off the door. Now, as I said, it's broken, so you quite easily manage to swing open the well-oiled doors noiselessly. The crypt interior is dusty.
Sorry,
You can
had to do
see.
that.
Oh, good. The crypt interior is dusty, and you can see numerous tracks leading down to a descending staircase at the rear of the room. Against the walls rest 6 stone coffins, 3 on each side, and you can see stone slabs engraved with something over each coffin. You can't read it from where you are. And I will open the door for you. Oops. That should be door open. You should be able to see into the first room.
I can see up to there in the room.
I need. Yeah, okay. I've also put fog. Yeah, my bad. 1 second. Revealing a square. I'll be there. That's what you can see, and then the stairs descend down, so you might be able to see a little bit down the stairs.
Before we all enter, do you mind if I give us all a little more cautiousness, so to speak?
I'm not sure if that's something that you can just give away, but sure.
I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Cool.
So, for those playing at home, you look towards Valtari, or the group does, and you see him sort of like, he almost like puts his finger to his lips, and as he like blows out like that and sort of moves his hands in everyone's sort of general direction, you all feel like you feel a little more stealthier than you normally would be. So everyone gets a +10 bonus to stealth checks, and you also don't leave any tracks. It's concentration for up to an hour, so that's a no.
Just, check for me, Rob. I believe the new version is an emanation from you, so they have to stay within that.
That's
30
correct.
feet or whatever
They
it is.
have to be within a 30-foot emanation. So 30
so
feet
I'll go
is self 30 feet radius.
I got you. Yeah,
I'll put a aura
That's what
on
I
there
am.
if you want. Yeah, cool.
Already onto it, my friend.
You're a legend.
Lizzie would like to pat Veltari on the back and say thank you for that, and give a bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
Nice.
See, maybe I was wrong about you.
Maybe I was wrong about you too.
And I'll say, yeah, good one, Val. And then just walk straight into the tomb, ducking my head probably on the door, and actually starting to read whatever these little plaques in front of the graves say that you've pointed out.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna make this actually a dark purple, Rob, just because we can tell it apart from
whatever you
shadows
prefer,
and light and
mate.
stuff. Yeah, there we go. So if you're in that purple glow around Rob, you have
You
+10
are.
to stealth. You won't leave tracks, but you still have to actually take stealth actions to be considered moving quietly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you guys doing that before you head in?
Oh,
Yes.
Beltari definitely is.
Yep. So
Oh, you
everyone who is roll me a stealth check. This will
Yep.
determine, you know.
Is
we've
I
got
don't know if D&D
+10?
Beyond is actually adding it.
It doesn't. You have to have the 10 for yourself.
Yeah, so 18 with the pass without trace.
It's a +10,
36.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, 30
Yeah, it
for
is.
me.
Shit,
What
I
is
got
it?
25.
18, 25,
Oh.
26, 30, and 36. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Crit?
35.
Ooh,
Cloud Child 4, 35. Nicely done.
Ooh, the stealthy little man.
I think we're screwed.
Yeah, right. Cool. So you guys move very quietly as a group, cautiously into the crypt. So you can see that obviously, like I said, there are stairs that lead down. As you get close, you can see the stone slabs that are on the crypts. They have a name, a birth year, and a death year on each coffin. And they are members of the Hallex family. It's their mausoleum. And from what you can read, they died 40 years ago after Mount Hope now erupted. So when the cataclysm that tore the chasm through the city happened, is when this family died.
Does the Hallex family ring a bell to any of us?
Let's give me a history check.
While he does that, I'm getting a bit of static through your microphone when you're talking, Mark. It wasn't happening before, it just started. I don't know if there's anything you could change, but if not, that's
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, there we go. That's
I'll
better.
just unplug and plug it back. Yeah, better?
Yeah.
Cool. Just a connection. Sweet. Nice. Let's see.
Also, Quilek is casting See Invisibility, which he can do at will.
No problemo.
Just check where that comes from.
And Beltari is going to also cast. It's not a cast, it's his Ranger feature, which gives him temporary hit points 3 times a day. I'll put it in chat for you.
Yeah, sweet. Alright, so Anilita got a 16, Viltari got a 3, which is really fitting because you're not from here. The dice
Also have a 0 for history. So.
Yeah, right, nice. And a 16 for Doc Hovel. Alright, so you both know enough to know that the Hallex family have been a wealthy, noble family in Neverwinter for quite a long time. Like, quite a long time. Perhaps they may have had some influence among some guilds in the past, like, back in the day, but you're not sure which ones or what particular influence they actually held. Just that there may have been some connections to some kind of guild. But that's all you'll really get for a 16.
As I remember that, I'll turn to him and say, yeah, they're a bunch of rich assholes. They had their finger on a lot of pies around town. Usual thing.
Let me guess. More victims of the eruption? Yeah.
That is true.
Thank you, God.
Just to let them know, that they would know that. All right. So the other thing I should probably let you know is that all right. So most of this place is made from like old stone. It wasn't particularly well fit together. So there's lots of like mold and tangled roots sort of like growing through the cracks in the walls and things like that. The ceilings are in this room. The ceiling's about 15 feet high, and you can see the stairwell would be about 10. And so that's giving you an idea of what things are. And where you are right now is pitch black. So if it wasn't for dark vision or whatever lighting, well, you'll have dark vision now because of items given to you. You would not be able to see a freaking thing.
Question: you said there was six like sarcophaguses with tombstones on top. Is that right, or plaques or something?
Yeah, like
with names and dates.
Yeah.
Is there? I don't want to tie up too much time, but like, Voltaire would probably be taking note of their importance and dates and times. Whether it becomes useful later in the crypt, whatever. So it's up to you whether you want to give it to me in detail or just say that he knows what they are.
Yeah. So what are you trying to?
He's just reading the names and the dates, and he's just taking down the details. So I'm just trying to save you having to tell me everything.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So do you want to roll me just a straight intelligence check?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're taking the time to write it down, if you've got writing implements and you want to do that, then you don't need to roll. If you're just trying to remember it, then make me an intelligence check to see how well you'll be able to remember.
I have a silly question.
Yes?
Are the stairs going up or down?
Down.
Down. Okay.
Yeah, I think you
can I get Trax to sneak a peek down there?
Yeah, you totally can. Can you roll stealth for Trax as well?
Oh, yes.
I was about to.
He's not available to me. Could you open him to me, please?
You can also. Yeah, onto it. You can also do that, Sven, if you'd like to roll perception.
What's down there, guys? What's down there?
I'm going to roll that with disadvantage just because I only have dark vision. So for me, it's fun looking. Still not too bad.
Now, Geoff, I don't think this is the actual familiar version. This is just a pseudo dragon creature stat block, right?
Gotcha.
So you have her stat block in your spell.
Good, so I can just pull out extras.
Yeah. Sorry, what was you were saying something, Sven?
I just rolled that with disadvantage because I have dark vision, but it only counts as dim light. But it's a 15.
Yep, no problem. And you've moved up to the stairs, you're looking down now? Alright, yes. No problem. Go square, I can at least reveal probably to there to you. So you can see that the stairs open up into a room. That you're not sure how big it is. Although with the range of your you can't really see just because of the angle from where you are up here at the moment. Hearing wise, you think you maybe hear some faint movement, but it's not like footsteps or anything. It's like some kind of like something being moved around, like maybe slight metal on stone, like slight scraping effects, like you just heard in the ambience actually.
We're not
And
alone.
then
Can you see anything? I can't see.
This isn't a mine, it's a tomb. Oh, wait, yeah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I would have wrote it down for sure. Got some ink and parchment there.
yeah, sweet as. All right, so because I would need to make that up at this point, so I
That's
will,
fine.
and I will give
All
you
good.
that. Yeah,
Yep.
sweet, easy,
Um,
cool.
I'm wondering. Is it because it's dark down there, or is there some invisibility going on? Would Maurice be a bit suspicious? Just dark. Okay.
It's just dark. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you should have, if you've added that item and you don't even need to attune to it. I think you just add it to your inventory and equip it. You should have dark vision if you didn't already.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So Doc, you're rolling stealth for
Yes, and he did a shitty job. He rolled 4.
Oh,
plus 10 from
plus
pass without a
10,
trace.
14,
Unfortunately, still actually not enough to be considered hidden. So you can go ahead and send her down as a scout because you wouldn't know, and that was what you were going to do. So off you go. She's not
dear.
actually hidden. Yep.
Oh dear. Okay. So she's going to sneak down there, thinking
Uh-huh.
that she's being stealthy.
claws
And then
sound
she's-
clacking.
At this point, that
Oh,
she
dear.
will see and immediately be noticed by the occupants of the next room. So I would like you all to roll initiative as a group of 5 creatures about to attack. I'll describe them to you when you can actually see them yourselves. A second.
Oh man, I can't wait to see if this room is exactly the right size for a fireball spell.
That's funny.
So yeah, no one can actually see any of them yet, but let's they are there. They're not actually hidden. Let's go ahead and add them to combat tracker. You guys are rolling as well, yes. Alright, well it looks like Veltari, you are first up. And
I haven't even rolled.
oh, you haven't?
Yeah.
No.
Neither have I.
Oh,
I'm
okay, well
now.
then. Yep,
Gotta do
sweet.
it now.
25.
Nice. Yeah, well you're still
Probably would
close
be.
to the top.
Yeah.
He's still
Oh,
Maurice. Maurice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
Crazy
right,
old
yeah.
Maurice.
All right. What I will give you is that Doc, you will you can communicate telepathically with your familiar. All right. So as much as it takes time, like action economy, to actually like walk into her eyes and see through them, she can still describe to you what is basically a like animated undead figure clad in armor, armed with weapons. There's like blue necrotic energy seeping off of them. So I'll give you oops, wrong button. I'll send that across to the game log. I don't think any of you would be too unfamiliar with fairly common undead type creatures. So this is a group of 5 whites, and they appear to be instantly alerted to someone trying to come into the tomb and are most definitely hostile. What would you like to do? Veltari?
Before we do go ahead with that, I do have the
Uh-huh.
ability to swap my initiative because of my
Yep.
criminal background, I think it is. So if there's anyone who wants to swap
Yep.
initiative with me, I'm happy to. Otherwise, I'm fine just taking that 15.
Mhm.
Anyone? No one? All right. Okay. Thought I'd offer, but yeah, all good.
Oh, guys, I think we should
If
just
you,
turn
if
around
you
and go
want
back.
to, if you want to go
Oh.
earlier, I don't mind swapping initiative if that's what you want.
No. I just wanted to thought maybe, I don't know, someone wanted to swap it around. I just thought I'd throw that out there as well for like in the future as well. If we get into initiative, if someone wants to, because Quilek is pretty quick. He's got a +7 to his initiative, so generally speaking, he might be a little bit higher in the initiative. But for this, he didn't roll particularly well. But like Flower Child, if you wanted to go higher, or if someone else wanted to go lower on the initiative order,
Sorry.
see
No,
what they do. I don't know. You know.
Jem
I'll
and
take
me are
it.
like, oh,
Yeah, I'll take it if anyone wants to. I don't know. Do we roll off? What do you want to do?
no, you do. I've got a bit of an idea what I'm.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So can I swap with Sven, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me 1 second.
Thank you. I usually like rolling high. This is silly.
While you're sorting that out as well, just remind the chat that the Deck of Plane of Ruin is in play. We currently have Psychic Overload in effect. You can draw a new card from the Deck of Plane of Ruin if you wish to do so. Just redeem your crit coin in chat.
And now remind us what the card does again, please, Sven.
This particular card, well, I'm glad you asked. It is... from the astral plane, all creatures have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves. And whenever a creature takes psychic damage, it takes an additional 1d8 force damage. Don't know if that's going to affect this combat, but let's see if these...
Maybe not.
Hey, maybe Lisbane can insult them.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
all we've got to do is make jokes, tell them jokes, and the way Hillman does the rules, they'll take psychic damage.
If I was going to be doing that, you all would have been taking psychic and force damage several times already tonight, so don't worry about it. What I will remind you is that the rest of you, I know that the pseudo dragon is not hidden, but the rest of you are.
Yeah,
so you know there's something going on. They've been heard, they've been seen. Fight started. You know they're down there. They haven't seen you yet. They've just seen tracks. So go nuts.
So I'm going to stealthily, obviously, move forward. Is it movement speed halved if you're stealthing?
No, no longer.
No, so still 40 feet, but you're stealth because of rolls.
If you step into somewhere you can be seen, where you're no longer hidden, like obscured, it could be an issue.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna have to. There's not really much that he can sneak around here, but he'll try, obviously.
You are in darkness.
Yeah.
And even creatures with dark vision only see that as dim light. Dim light is obscured. If we've always got light obscurement, so there's some flexibility. Like if you wanted to come out from cover and charge at something, I'd let you get away with that. But if you would like to step out in front of something, you would be revealed as soon as you step
Probably gonna try. See, I can't really see past this point, but he's gonna get to here and just see if he's seen. Oh yeah.
You would be getting down to there, but you would get the opportunity to attack as you.
He's gonna get straight for this one here, then with that one around the corner. As soon as he steps around the corner, he would have blades drawn as he's walking down. You guys, as you see Valtari sort of strides past you, Qualak and Doc Hovel, and basically positions himself directly in front of this one here.
No problem.
That point. And he will take 2 slashes with his scimitar first, because I believe I get 3 hits. Is that right?
Yep, it is true.
I love the light vision, by the way, because he just walked down there and I can't see him anymore. I didn't even know there was a
Yeah.
He's disappeared.
So first to hit is...
You can still hear him making noise.
That's
20 is a hit. That is absolutely a hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Oh, really? 7 points of damage that was a 1, guys.
No problem.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're a level 10 character, not level 3.
Oh, you're joking me. Oh, hey! Guess what this is?
That's a nat 1.
But remember you told me... Actually, I'm going to use inspiration.
You're supposed to call it beforehand, but I'll let you do it.
Are you?
No, I'll let you because I'd rather that came out later.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So,
Alright. Yeah. So for my knowledge, you do heroic inspiration called before you do the thing, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Hit me though. What's the ruling on inspiration? It's not a nat crit, is it?
No, it's an advantage. So that's why you call it before, right? Because it gives you advantage on a roll. So like letting you see what you've rolled and then retroactively do it is not how it's supposed to work. But we are very flexible with it. So like it's
cool. Oh, you're cool, totally. I won't do it if it's
no. Like look, I'm happy to let it slide. It would be cool. It would be nice if people could try and call it beforehand and just roll the advantage.
Noted for next time. I will make sure I call beforehand. My apologies.
That's nice. Another one. I'm going to laugh so hard.
I know that I would laugh too.
Just roll another single attack and see what happens.
Yeah, Reggie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
26 to
second roll.
hit.
Yeah, so that hits.
Another 1 for 7. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
that
3 ones,
damage is
guys.
fine.
That's
Damage
3
is
ones I
fine, but-
rolled in 4 rolls.
Oof.
That's terrible.
well,
And this is going to
damage
be
is like-
for 27 for the short
Yeah.
sword.
Easy.
Oh, there we go. Full damage on that one.
Oh,
12.
that's a bit better.
Oh, yeah.
And this
Right, so
also
that's 14, 26 points of damage.
So you're finding the gaps in the armor, and you're slashing through and stabbing into the right points, and you can tell you're doing some damage to whatever form this thing has under there. So sweet as. That's that.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's me.
Movement, action, bonus action. Oh no, wait! You can tag that
Well-
attack without using bonus, so you still have a bonus.
I do have a bonus, but unfortunately, my bonus actions require concentration, and I don't want to use the other one yet. So I will say I'm currently done with that. I'll stay engaged with that one. Yeah.
That means it is my creature's turns, because I rolled them as a group.
Did you? Fuck.
Hey, welcome to my keyboard, guys.
Uh,
Hi. Is that okay? Oh no, I don't have the camera turned on right now. The webcam fell off of the top of my laptop. It's kind of hilarious. There we go. You almost got to see the keyboard. All right. So we have whites about to have a turn. Why can't I see the? They're still loading. I'm reconnecting, folks. It takes a minute to load with all the lighting and all that stuff going on. All right, so you have that one there. Well, let's start with the one that you're already right next to, shall we? You're up close, so it's going to make 2 attacks with a multi-attack, lunging towards you with its sword first. He's saying,
Come on.
12 to hit. No, you easily parry the blade aside, and it follows up by reaching its other hand up towards you, and you can just feel it like trying to draw the life essence out of you, so you can feel it sort of like trying to pull it from your face. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, shit.
One save.
Mm-hmm.
They're not horrible for me. It's +4.
Shame it's not a wisdom, intelligence, or charisma save.
Ooh, 11.
Right. That is a fail. So you are going to take 6 necrotic damage as this thing leeches your life essence out of you. Do you have any resistance to necrotic or anything like that?
Not to necrotic, no.
No. All right, cool. So you will take the full 6, and your hit point maximum is reduced by that same amount.
Oh, good start. What's with you and ones tonight, man?
Right? Yeah, a bit of life
so-
action there for you.
Oh, you're gonna have to help me here. So it'll be
Yep, on
10
the sheet.
points of gone to 0, and then another further 2 gone down. Oops, to 95.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6 damage. And then how do I change the hit point max?
So you'll click on your hit points on your sheet,
Yeah.
and you should be able to see on the right hand side there should be an option to change it there. Can you see it?
Nah, it doesn't. Doesn't let you change the max.
You should have an option there. I
Override
like to cheat
max
as we
HP,
go, but I'll
yeah.
just not.
It's there.
Yeah,
So if you
that
click
one.
on your HP, there's a healing and a damage bar. Can you see that? A green and a red one.
Yeah.
And then below that, there is a max HP modifier and an override max
Ah,
HP.
roger.
Yeah.
Cool. So I go and change
No,
max.
yeah, so
Is that right?
no, so don't override max. Use the max HP modifier.
Yeah.
And take that down to
Change that to 91.
Actually, I've already done it, so there you go. It's done. But now you know where to. Yeah, sorry, I was following along, and then I clicked the buttons.
Whoa, just happened on mine.
Yeah. So that is kind of a suck for you because it's like absorbed your temporary HP and then has taken you further down. So what I'm going to say is that you can keep the temp HP in this case. Right, like that just comes straight from your actual HP pool because it is effective.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're actually going to lose like nearly twice as many hit points. So.
So just let me work this out. So really, I should be 6 damage apply. So is that what is going on? No, it automatically takes your temp off.
Yeah, it does. So don't worry about applying the damage. I'll go and fix it for you. It's all right. And then we'll keep moving.
Come on, D&D Beyond, lift your game. Trying to play D&D here.
No, we're just learning as we go. So your current hit points are... So it was 6 damage total, and your max is normally 97. Your max has been reduced to 91. How many temps did you have?
4.
4. So you still have 4 temp hit points. Your current hit points and max are 91 now instead of 97. And we'll see how we go with that. All right, next White. This one is going to move up to you. You know what? So is this one. But as it does, it's going to like turn to the other two next to it and just and point up the stairs. So this one here is going to get you there and then go running up the stairs. Oh, look at that.
Does he pass me or no?
Yes, you will get an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
Well, if I take it with my short sword, because of what do you call it? Because of things, guys. No, it's that I have an ability with the short sword that allows me. Where is it?
The Vex.
Effectively, I get advantage on the roll with it. Yeah.
No, you get advantage on your next attack on the same turn. So I don't think that would actually benefit you much here. So the idea with that is that you stab them with the short sword first.
I'll take a cheeky swipe.
Yep.
Obviously. That'll be... Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Really?
Just manages to get through the armor.
It's 9 points of damage on that one.
Okay, no problem. It sort of like turns back, looks over its shoulder and hisses at you as it continues to advance. But yeah, definitely did some damage. All right, so that's them all in place. So I'm going to do the two that the two others have come up to you, Veltari. Then I'll do the other two. So let's go with this one first, and let's just quicken it up a little bit. I'm just going to do. All right, give me 2 more Constitution saving throws. Each one's going to throw a life drain.
Mm-hmm.
And then
23 for one.
Okay, you pass.
And a 9 for the other.
Okay, so you pass one, fail the other. The one you pass, it has no effect. Like you managed to resist the drain.
Yeah.
In the case of the other one, you get hit with a full 10 hit points of life drain damage. So that's 10 necrotic and a further 10 of your max reduced. And they both also take a swing with their swords at you. One of them misses, goes wide over your head, but the other one manages to get a slash across your chest. And that is going to be 7 slashing and 2 necrotic. So that'll be 19. Total of 19 damage and 10 reduction off your max. So have you got that sorted?
I did 10 already, plus another 9, is that right?
Yep, apply another 9. But only 10 is what reduces your max. You know what I mean?
So I got 64 health, 81 max. Still the 4 10 points, yeah.
Yep. Oh no, now the temp will actually go from the...
Oh, well then I'll fix that. So I'll be 68, -4, yeah. Got it.
Yep, cool. There you go. Alright, sweet as. That is done. And that's both of those guys. Alright, with this one, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
A little help down here.
I think you have it under control. It's all fine.
Nah, keep your shirt on.
Use the dagger.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, love it. Alright, I just need to figure something out. 1 second. Okay, Doc Hoddle.
That's me.
This one up close to you. Does a 14 hit you?
I don't think it does, you know. No, it doesn't.
No. Alright, so it misses you with the sword. Takes a swing, but no good. But then again, Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh dear.
As it uses its other hand to try and leech the life essence from you.
I just rolled the wrong thing, so let me just do the right thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. That's the accurate one there. 12.
Yeah, no problem. It has no effect on you. You can feel it trying, but you're not having it. Yeah. Alright, and then one more. It's got a bow. It's going to take 2 shots with its necrotic bow. One at Doc Hobble with a 6 to hit, so that's going to miss. And then one at Qualek. is I'm going to call that a 17. You're going to get cover from it firing like up the stairs angle from like where it can just sort of see you, and it's firing through a mate. So does a 17 hit you?
A 17 would hit me. However, I would like to use a spell as a reaction. Is that something that I can do?
It's shield, isn't it?
I don't even know if I took shield, if we're absolutely honest with you. No, this one's called silvery barbs.
Oh, yeah.
Love this one.
Look, I both at the same time as a Dungeon Master hate you for taking that, but as a fellow player, well done, thank you.
I will add a caveat. I will not use that if you ever roll a natural 20, because I hate
Thank you.
that. But in this instance...
All right, well, the new roll is a 9, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, definitely. But I will click off a spell slot. There we go.
Yeah. And you also get to give advantage to the next D20 roll one of your friends or yourself, mates, if you would like.
Yeah, so as this... it's an arrow, right? Coming at us?
Yep.
As this arrow streaks
Necrotic
towards
bolt,
him, you can see he's still holding that little pendulum. And he's not even paying attention to what's going on. Suddenly his eyes roll into the back of his head, and that silver light sort of comes out, and that just lasts for like a fraction of a second. And then he touches Doc Hovel next to him, and he's like, "You've got this." And he's going to give that to Doc Hovel because he's right next to him.
Very nice. All right, that's all of the whites over and done with. Next up, we have Maurice.
At me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, I'm just trying to work out what the hell to do with the sorceress. This is super fun. All right, so he's still in the corner. We do have people down the bottom. Would I be able to get anything through?
Like, yeah. What are you thinking?
Well, something that would do max damage. Of course.
What, like fireball or
yeah, or even like an area of effect spell.
Well, fireball is.
Yeah, well, I'm
very
thinking like
dangerous area of effect spell.
yes.
Are you evocation? Spell sculpt? Please.
No.
Well, I'm looking.
Position that shit well then.
I think she
I
can
will
shape
remind you that you did just. Oh yeah, maybe with meta magic. So you did just see Veltari, the ranger guy, go running down into the room you're about to possibly.
Oh, so he is in there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, no. Okay, so there is someone down there. Then I will not be doing that.
Careful
Not
positioning,
in
and you
range.
still do okay.
Yeah, I don't want to kill him though. What about? Are they immune to necromancy?
You have no idea. You don't know. Maybe they're undead. So
Can I
in a sense,
actually ask something here real quick? This might be
Yeah.
pertinent. Did we swap initiative?
Mhm.
We did.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you did too. My bad. I
We
forgot. to
did,
change
but I
some
was just like,
things,
I
so
don't mind if I have to go. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
thinking.
fixing it up
Yeah.
now. But yeah, on that, I will give you an answer to that question. Look, they're undead. You know what undead are.
Yeah. Yeah.
They exist through the magic of necromancy. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll give you.
Well, I was thinking about.
necromancy caused them to exist.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about doing Evard's black tentacles.
I mean, they're not going
Down the bottom?
You know, it might work.
It might. It does bludgeoning damage. So I think that might do some stuff to them. It's just ebony tentacles in a 20-foot square.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they need a strength saving. And then I'm wondering whether to use any meta magic. But yeah, I'm later down in the thing anyway, so quite let go.
So I think this
Yep.
might help.
get
This
this
might
ready.
help justify your knowledge as well. Qualek is, it is now his turn. What he's going to do is actually going to take a step back for starters. So he's going to take a step back over there. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity? You may do so if you wish. I'm assuming, Mr. Dungeon Master.
Sorry, yes, he did try and slash you with his sword, or he did try and slash you with his sword as you backed away and missed completely.
Okay, all right, very, very good. Then that is going to be just a movement action because he did not disengage with that. He is going to use a bonus action to try and identify these things, so he has a bit of a better idea of how best to tackle this particular problem, because everything to Qualek is an equation that needs to be balanced. So, religion?
I think, yeah, religion or arcana, either one would do the job.
All right, well, arcana it is, since you're giving me that one. That's a 29 on the arcana.
Yeah, I mean, people think undead are like, you know, anti-divine, but like it's just necrotic magic. It's a school of like necromancy is a school of magic that wizards can learn, right? So I think Arcana works. Yeah, 29. All right, so yeah, I'll give you a few details on this. So they're definitely undead creatures. They cannot be exhausted or poisoned. They're completely immune to poison. And they are resistant to necrotic damage, I'll give you that much.
All right, so exhaustion, poison, so try not to put them to sleep. Try not to, feed them drinks. Yes, and Qualek will call this out as well. He'll be like, they're resistant to necrotic energies, but they are not immune. He takes a step back and he just sort of... He's not even worried at this point. He just sort of sidesteps that attack. And then as an action, I'm just going to cast Firebolt. Probably on one of the ones towards the back, to be honest.
Yep. You'll be able, now that they've moved closer, you're still kind of at the top, you'll be able to,
It kind of depends, actually. Are those ones in the darkness? Because it is a ranged spell, so if the one closer is in bright light, I'll attack the closer one.
None of them are in bright light. Everything is darkness.
Everything is in darkness. Okay. Well,
but it's still within range of your dark vision, so
yeah.
But it doesn't affect your attack rolls. It only affects your perception.
Oh, right. Okay.
All
right. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'm going to.
As long as you can see them, you're fine.
Cast a firebolt at, let's say, this one right over here, with
sure
a
thing.
25
that is a direct hit.
Yep. All right. Roll some fire damage on that one. 15 points of fire damage.
No problem. This thing's as the fires are like the bolt smashes it in the face, and the fire like splashes around. You can see its like face like lunging forward through the fire, just like it's kind of hissing at you, and it's like it raises the hand. It's not holding the sword and points a bony finger at you, and just like.
And I'll take one step further back and again, nonchalantly, we make short work of these ones. Continue on our way. Don't use any resources that we might need later on. These things are barely any trouble for us. And that'll be the end of his turn. Bonus action, move, action, done.
No problem. That brings us to Auntie Lizzie.
So Lizzie is going to sort of think back at the card she pulled at the start of the day, the end, the omen, and the fact that she finds herself in a room full of the undead seems to be quite telling and relevant. So she's going to look at one of the undead, and she's going to stare at this one that's standing sort of diagonal to Veltari. She's going to stare at them, and as she stares at them, a psychic lance is going to emerge from the top of her forehead.
Nice.
And it's going to connect with them. Can I please get an intelligence saving throw from this? From this undead?
But I'm gonna need you to step 5 feet closer just for the angles to be able to see it.
Sure.
Can I ruin your day here? It was an intelligence saving
on the saving throw.
Yeah.
It's also I'm quite happy to share this stats from a basic monster here, like especially since you've done it. It's got an intelligence of it's undead. It's got an intelligence modifier of +0, so it does have advantage, but it's also not very good at this.
Yep.
It's going. What's your save DC?
You know what?
18.
Screw it. It rolls failed. A 5. Oh well, there you go.
You don't need to use your. Don't use your. I've got a good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
it fails. Just, it got a
Right.
17, but yeah.
So it's going. This is a 4th level spell. It's going to take 7d6 damage. So
This is psychic damage, yes?
psychic damage.
So add another d8 for the force
Yeah.
damage
So
from
30
the
points of
currently
damage
active.
plus
Yeah.
the d8.
Oh, nice.
Which is going to be 7 points of force damage on top of that.
Okay,
As this
so
this
boom.
lance appears and sort of injects itself straight into the cranium of this undead.
Nice. This thing reaches up with its free hand, like clutches at its skull and kind of staggers backwards. In the time now, it hasn't been knocked backwards; it has staggered backwards from getting hit like that. Therefore, it is technically willing movement. Have you already used your reaction this round, Beltari, or not? I think you might.
I have. Yes.
Okay, never mind. Yep. So no attack of opportunity there, but it does step backwards to sort of
How is
stagger
it? How
backwards
is it
from that.
looking?
It hurt it, but it's still looking quite capable.
All right,
Well, I
I'm gonna
mean,
follow-
capable enough.
I'm going to follow up with a vicious mockery. Can I get a
very
wisdom
nice.
saving throw?
Is that a bonus action?
Yes. Oh
This
no, sorry, it's not
card
a action. No, you're
was
you're
perfect.
absolutely right.
I was like,
You're absolutely right. No, I was getting ahead of myself. I was like, yes, let's do it.
I mean, if you want to use your hero point to make it a bonus action, I'll allow it.
I want to use my hero point to allow it, just because
Nice.
I want to
Yeah.
make the most of this card. That's a bit of metagaming on my part, but I just want to get as much
Fine.
psychic damage out there.
I
as
get the
can.
feeling like this magic is like infusing the material plane, like, and you fired off that previous spell, and you get the feeling like you were just like it was more powerful than you imagined it should be. So like you're taking advantage of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
I like that. All right.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Made and failed.
All right, cool. They're going to take 2d6 damage from this vicious mockery. So just 4, nothing
Yeah.
major, but they'll also take the d8 on top of that. Force
Uh-huh.
damage.
What do we got? Oh, another 7. Nice. So that's another 11 damage. Same one.
Same one.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I'm
Now.
going to be, you are no Lich King.
And see, it looks, it's just like it seems a visible look of like almost hurt on its face, like if it had emotions, and you can see now that this thing is looking a bit rough. That tipped it over the edge of not being so great. It's losing a bit of its necrotic flicker. It's looking a bit. So yeah, cool, nice one. Anything else?
I might just move away a little bit again, just to create
Sure.
space for others.
Yep, no problem at all. In that case, moving right along, Doc Hoggle, you're up.
Okay, so I'm never clear on this. Is it an item action to make my scalpel big? Like full size into its scythe form? or
It
is
says
stuff?
on the thing what it takes to transform it. Is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus. It says it's a bonus action to make it small. It doesn't say what
Yeah,
it is
well-
to make it big.
Oh, have you made it small, have you?
Well, that's the thing. I probably wouldn't be walking around with it small. Yeah, it's probably normal size anyway. If I'm walking into a dungeon, I probably won't carry a scalpel.
Well, have you made it small at all throughout the process of the adventure? That's what I'm
Good
asking.
question. I don't think I have.
I'm pretty sure you
recall
did
using it
because
last
you,
session.
You rolled some medicine checks.
Oh, right. You're right. I must have.
So here's
Okay.
the thing. There's maybe a reason it doesn't have a mechanic for turning back into a glaive. So you might be punch and chip.
Ah, right.
I'm kidding. It's fine. It's a bonus action. Go nuts.
Okay, right. So I'll use my bonus action. And first up, I'll, keeping in mind I get a reroll for the silvery barbs, take a
Yep.
swing and
Or
say,
it's advantage. So roll with advantage.
and just say, you, get out of the way, and strike this one right in front of me.
No problemo.
And it's a 26
Definitely
to
a hit.
hit.
Definitely a hit.
Because it's a proper get out of your way hit, I'm definitely. I hope I'm not supposed to announce this as I strike, but Eldritch Smite.
Yep,
And no
fine.
need for Life Drinker yet.
Yep. No. A smite is you can just pop those off as you hit. I'm
Gotcha.
pretty sure.
So it's just
Same
like
as
the old
Paladin.
school Paladin. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that. And the thing actually does extra damage to undead. I'll do that after I've rolled Eldritch Smite.
What kind of damage is it?
Let's see now. We are...
Oh, it's force damage. Okay. Cool. It says on the roll, so... Pretty told us, Geoff. You can just roll your other dice. It's all good.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. It's here to be rolled. Oh, that's only if I roll a 20 on the roll, I get that. No, that's only on a crit. Never mind, that's all the damage I do. Okay.
Okay, no problem. So that's 11 damage.
That's right. I did surgery.
Well done. That's your first attack. Do you have a second one?
I certainly do. And I'm
damage.
doing more surgery. How's a 21 to hit?
Also hits.
Okay, and I don't get to use the smite twice, so this better be good. 8.
Another 8 damage applied. Yeah, you slash into this thing a couple of times with your rather oversized scalpel. It tries to like parry your blows away with a sword or like get out of the way, but it's a bit slow and shambolic, you know. It doesn't manage to. So you carve a couple of deep slashes through its armor, and I believe that's everything. Unless you would like to move away.
I won't move away, but can I step around him to over here?
Like down the stairs? No.
Nope.
There's not enough room, and you can't pass through enemies unless you have like an ability that lets you squeeze through narrow spaces, which I don't believe you do. No, he's currently blocking your way of taking up most of that space.
Okay, that's all good. So I'll stay right where I am.
No problem. What we do have then next is Maurice. Now is actually your turn.
Yay! All right. So I've never really used a magic caster before, so please bear with me. Maurice is a creep, as I've said. So he's going to do Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
I'm thinking about making it a twinned spell so that I can hit 2 creatures.
Yeah.
So that will only use one of my sorcerer points. So I can do that. I'm going to just aim for the 2 creatures that are closest.
One per level of the spell,
I think, give me a second. I think it's 1 per level, but I'm only doing a level 1 spell.
Sweet. Perfect.
Yep. So does that mean I can, do that? So confirm.
1 sorcery point, 1 spell slot, off you go.
Yep. All right, sweet. So I'm going to do this. And so I just click cast. Is that correct? And do I have to do it twice?
No, so cast will mark off. No, cast will mark off a spell slot for you. If you've already marked off the spell slot, you don't have to click the cast button.
Okay.
Just click on the spell itself, and there might be a center game log button up the top in the panel up on the right when it comes up, and that'll give us the thing. Perfect. So there we go. So 1 creature of choice. So this will be 2. Here's a discordant melody, wisdom saving throw, or psychic damage. And immediately use its reaction if... Yeah, okay, cool. I like this spell. All right, so which 2 targets are you going for?
I'm going to go for the 2 that are closest to me, because Maurice is all about protecting himself.
That one, and you have to be able to see them. Yep, so probably that one and the one down.
The one, the one that has T on it?
Yes, that'd be the 2 that you can see. So, all right, so those guys...
Yep, so do I roll...
Roll the damage now, and I will roll the saves, because there's 2 of them. I'll use the brute roller. So
cool. I'm just going in now. Dissonant Whispers. Not second level, first level. Okay, so it's saying 3d6. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It certainly is.
Cool. All right. So 9 each, but then they also get the bludgeoning damage. So it's a psychic spell.
Force.
The force damage, yep. So roll that
force damage,
well.
So roll one. Was it
D8.
D4? D8?
D8.
Okay.
Yep, so roll a D8 and we'll add that as well.
Yep. 3. So that is 12 points of damage per creature.
Cool. Well, just remember the 3, because they're going to take half damage on a successful save, right?
Okay, yep.
I think. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So yeah, they do. I just read it. So but I'm gonna rule that doesn't apply to the D8 of the force damage, because that's extra damage you're getting if you take psychic damage. It's not part of the spell. You get what I mean? Part of the effect of the weed working, and the planes working weed shit in. So the 3 damage will apply whole no matter what they roll. So there we go. That's in place. Wisdom save DC 18. Success damage will end up being 4. Let's roll it. 1 fails, 1 succeeds. So let's apply that damage and then apply, which is done. Let's look at which one fails and which one succeeds. Right, that one fails. So this one here, it must use its reaction, which is available to move as far away from you as it can, using the safest route. On a success. All right, so that means it's going to go. I believe it moves.
Does that mean it's going to go through anyone's space and like have an opportunity of attack?
It takes the safest route possible. So it goes here, and then it goes. That's 25. It's going to piss off, out of thing to there, but it's run away, and they will both also take an extra 3 damage. It doesn't mean it can't turn around on its next turn, but you've definitely set it back a little bit. And there's the extra damage applied. All done. Dissonant whispers. Boom.
Awesome. And then I'm just going to use my telepathic speech to annoy Qualek, who's been annoying me a little bit, and just say hello. I don't know whether he's going to know where it's coming from, but it's going to be in a creepy old man voice.
I've got some bad news for you.
What?
He hears nothing.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because he has a ring of mind shielding.
Hang on a minute.
Very unlikely.
Even with telepathic speech?
Yep.
Really?
Specifically telepathic speech and things like it, actually.
Oh, you knew. All right. All right.
Yeah, no one can communicate with him telepathically unless he lets them.
Just to be on board
son
here,
of a bitch.
I chose that long before you made this character.
All right. But yeah, so that's it. So as a sorcerer, that's my go. So I did 2 different spells by using 1 sorcery point. Yep. And then, in terms of action economy, was that a good go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
You still have a bonus action, I believe. Haven't done anything
that's what I tried to. I tried to get. I tried to get Qualek with the.
That's a bonus. Yeah. All right. Sweet.
Yeah, that's a bonus. So that's the only thing I can really do besides I can Misty Step. I can do Celestial Revelation as well, but that's only once per long rest. And I can do innate sorcery, telepathic speech, and I can create more spell slots. So they're what I can do. Yeah. Awesome.
All right, sweet as well. Then we are up to Flower Child 4. It's your turn.
All right, I have a question. The top of these coffin things, how big is the top part of that?
I mean, coffin-sized.
Coffin-sized.
These were probably humans that are in here, yeah.
Okay.
What I will say is now that you've actually asked about them, that you've noticed that a couple of them are actually displaced, and the coffins are open, and you can see that there is nothing in there but like scraps of material and leftover burial shroud. There's not anything left in there.
Okay, I have something. Let me just find it now. Called.
Why do I feel like I know what he's going to do?
Right. So I have a thing called improvised weaponry. You have a proficient with improvised weapons. All right. So I'm going to go. I'm going to walk up to the coffin. And I go, it's all right. I'll stop him. I'll stop him. So I go up, grab a coffin lid, pick it up, and walk towards Doc Hovel to try and put it down in front of the white, trip, and accidentally hit the white with the top of the coffin.
Done. And like so, all right. So two-handed, great big bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the damage for this improvised weapon is gonna be 2d10.
All right. So I walk over here, which is 10 foot, and then I walk here with the improvised weapon, which is 25 foot.
Yep.
And then I go to hit the thing with it. I got to put it down as a door to try and protect Doc Hovel from this white thing, and use it as a door, trip over, and just basically smash this guy with a thing. So first is proficient. I'm proficient with this, so it's just a proficiency roll, I would imagine.
It's proficiency plus strength. So whatever your regular attack roll would be with your
it's just a
normal
plus 8.
weapon.
So I'll do that. And I'll press proficiency, and then I'll do. I can't do that. All right.
You can just roll your normal weapons attack roll. It'll be the same dice, like your
14.
That hits.
Yep.
Just, but it hits. Yep. As you you lean forward, you stumble forward, and this thing just cracks it straight in the skull. Roll some damage.
Yep. And then I'm looking for dice. No dice. 2d10.
Yeah. Plus your strength modifier.
All right. And then roll for everyone. Go for gold. That's 11.
Nice.
That's 15 points of damage.
Boom.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
kid, you learn it.
And then
Yeah.
fall and see if I can fall down the stairs. Taking me and this white down the stairs, because I have a thing on my great club that I can push about 15 foot. So I'm just falling and just trying to take the white down.
I want two things. I want an attack roll.
Yep.
And I want an acrobatics check to surf this
I can do
slab
that.
down the stairs with the white underneath it.
I'm alright with if I take damage as well.
Right.
So that's my attack roll is
It's
17, and my athletics roll, holy shit, is a 19 for my athletics roll.
love it.
think.
Yeah.
And then, do you want me to do more damage, or you're right with me just doing the damage?
Roll another damage roll, 2d10 plus 4.
And that's
Alright, so that's 13 from the slab, but there's also the stairs underneath it as you slide down, right? So what I'm going to say is that damage is going to double, because it's taking the impact from both sides. And Velchari, what you see is this blur of like rainbow colors atop a stone slab with like the blue glow underneath it, just like come cruising past you, right? Yeah. Straight into like and oops, I didn't mean to grab Doc Hovel. Let's take you back there.
The effects of gravity.
Straight into here, and I think I'll say that with such a good athletics roll on that flower shuffle, you managed to like jump off at the last minute and land on your feet next to Veltari, and this thing takes a grand total of, what was it, 13. It also smashes into this other one, so it's 26. I'm gonna
70 because of the strength.
Oh yeah, okay, so all right, and I was gonna apply another round of the damage to both it and the one it slams into. So the one it slams into is gonna take 17, so we'll apply that. And it's really not looking good. I'm even going to say it falls prone. And the other one is completely flattened underneath the slab of concrete, which is now sitting on top of it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm really sorry.
Well, don't apologize. That was
I'll help you
glorious.
I'll help you up in a bit.
Well done.
Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
No, that's it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we are back to the top of the round. We have a cut-off at 11, right, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, so it's like 33 minutes. I was going to call a break at the end of the first round, but we're only like half an hour from wrapping up, so I might as well just kick through unless anyone needs to go for a break or something.
No, I'm good.
You good?
Gemma?
Sweet. All right.
Yeah, I'm okay. I might have to duck off because I take forever to get to sleep and I have to get up very early tomorrow. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, but I don't know how mechanically that would work.
Maurice, you
fight,
just be chilling in the back corner, like, and look, you're right by the door. You could always duck outside if you like, and just say that.
Yeah. I might do that because otherwise, I don't want to suffer tomorrow. But yeah, thanks everyone, and next week I won't have to get up so early. So
Hey, Gemma,
Yeah.
Awesome.
could you do me a favor? Could you just mute your microphone
Yeah.
and leave it on, and I'll turn it off?
yes, yeah, I can do that. Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, Jan. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Alrighty. Well then, with half an hour left to go, Beltari, it's your turn.
I feel like you've imbued me with a little bit of extra animosity now, little one. And then you see his eyes turn to the white and goes, "And you." And as he points to him, you see this like wisp of like should I describe it as like a grey black flame that comes up around the creature, his hunter's mark when it flares.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was that. Anyway, so that is what it is going to be. And I think I said with like a light blue like flecks of lightning to sort of like give it that spark, And he's like, "And you," and he'll turn again and have advantage on this attack roll, due to that last attack with the short sword on the previous round, on the same creature for Vex. If you hit a creature with a short sword and deal damage to it, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature before the end of your next turn.
Well, the end of your next turn. Oh, that's handy. Yeah, cool. Go now.
Yes. So scimitar, and also I forgot.
Fucking
I still have bardic inspiration
lawyered.
from Auntie Lizzie as well.
Aha!
Um,
So either
So
way,
I'm gonna go roll.
2 with advantage.
Can you
Oh,
with bardic
bardic.
inspiration?
Different.
Is it to damage or just to attack roll?
Depends
Just
on the bard.
to attack roll, I believe. So, yes.
I think
That's
there is a
incorrect.
subclass that allows you to
There
use
are,
it for attacks, but I don't think that's what you are.
No. Like
That's
you
not
can
my
always
subclass.
use
That's
it.
okay.
You can always use it for an attack, but there's a subclass.
Oh,
I think it's College of
damage.
Valor and College of Swords that let you
Yeah.
add it to
Okay.
damage.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's not
and
me.
Yeah,
Lizzie
gotcha.
can
But
do that.
if you
That's
fail
fine.
your
I'm gonna
roll,
burn it anyway.
if you fail your roll, you don't use your bardic inspiration.
That's
You just
right.
keep it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I
Cool.
think that's a change.
That's,
No, that's on the old rules. So
that's specific for my college.
Oh, cool.
Oh, is it really?
yeah,
yeah.
awesome. Awesome.
Well, so I'm rolling with advantage.
And you can add your bardic if you would like.
Yes. Plus, was it a D6? So,
I think it'd be higher than a D6 at this level.
was it a D8? Is it a D6 or D8, Auntie Lizzie?
Oh, it's a D10.
Oh shit. Sorry, we'll scratch that
Sorry.
plus 2 and it'll be. So it'll be plus 4 instead.
Definitely hits.
Anyways, it wasn't. I didn't get a nat 20 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But they both. It'll hit.
It
Regardless.
certainly will.
So that's going to be damage of 8 plus Hunter's Mark, which is 3. So that's 11 points of damage for the first hit.
All right, and
Next
this is
slash
on.
with the scimitar is a 29, natural 18.
Oh, that's close.
Damage will be again 10 plus 1, 11. And then again, the last fucking short sword attack. Oh, sorry, that was damage. My bad. Meant to roll first. I'll do it back
So
to
we'll
front.
we'll keep that damage.
Yeah, it was
that's
20,
fine.
23. Yeah, 23 plus
Nice.
12 and Hunter's Mark. Another 3, so 15.
Ah, yeah.
So that was three attacks,
Blah, blah, blah.
totaling, what was that?
Yeah.
12.
A lot. You
Yeah.
pepper this thing with attacks, and you can see it's like bits of armor falling off, like bits of like undead, like already rotten flesh sloughing off of it. It's starting to lose the that blue sort of like essence that I said was sort of like emanating from it. That's starting to get a little bit fainter and it's trying to even flicker a little bit, like it's losing its power. That was well done. Anything else? You still have a bonus action, I believe, on the.
No, that was Hunter's Mark. So I'm kind of stuck here again. That takes some damage. I see.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, it is the White's turn, so let's go on to that. You have 2 on you. This one here is prone, so it's going to spend half its movement to get up.
I will say that with a side effect of the psychic lance is that it is incapacitated for its turn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So
Which
target
one
must
did
save on
you
its
hear?
the one with the red circle around it. So it's
Cool.
incapacitated. Sorry, until the start of my next turn. So
At the start of your next turn. All right, cool. So it can't do jack shit, basically.
Not yet. No.
Correct. All right. So it's stuck there. Cool. No problem. That can't do anything. Oh, is that the one that ran away? Who made the one run away?
No, that
that's
was-
the one who
yeah,
stumbled away.
Maurice
Yeah.
did that, didn't he?
Yeah,
Or did
Maurice
you
did
send
that.
him away?
Yeah, no, I think that might have been Maurice. All right, so cool. So yeah, the one that stumbled away is going to come back.
Motherfucker.
There's another 3 feet.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh. You're a bit lucky, Qualet.
Am I now?
Yeah, this is the one that you hit in the face with a fireball
Mhm.
and has a vendetta against you, but it can't currently see you. So it's just gonna shoot the next best thing, which is you make Doc Hovel, because it's all you next to him.
I'm okay with that.
Alright, so we have 2 bow shots coming at Doc Hovel. One is a wild miss. The second one, however, is a direct hit. And these arrows, it looks like kind of like a longbow arrow, like, you know, a regular arrow, but they're as it gets closer, and of course for you, Doc Hovel, you'll notice as it hits you, the tip is imbued with some kind of necrotic energy, the blue necrotic flare that just flares just before it strikes you. So you're going to take, you're going to take 6 piercing and 2 necrotic damage from the second shot. The first one goes right over your head. What?
May I use my reaction to put on Giant Ancestry, which will...
Stone's Endurance?
I roll 1d12 plus 3 and reduce the damage by that total. Yes, Stone's Endurance.
Yep, go nuts. Because Doc Hovel is a Goliath. If you haven't noticed, he is rather large. You know, not like a large, but he's quite sizable.
He's 8 foot tall.
Yeah. So 2 and it's plus 3, right?
That's right.
5, so you'll only take 3 damage in total.
Haha.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
That's why we have that effect. And do
no
I have
problem.
a save from that?
No.
Okay.
It was an attack.
Gotcha.
So hit your armor class, yep. Sweet. And that's kind of what your thing was, to reduce the damage as well. Well, it's not save, but yeah. Alright, so there are 2 left to attack Voltari with. They're both going to be longswords and life drains. Or swords and life drains. So Voltari, here's the first sword. It's going to be a 9. It misses you. And now give me that con save, please.
$17.
That's a pass, and you are fine. And then the second one follows up. It's going to be a miss with the sword, and another con save, please. As they're both trying to get, just
Oh, that's a good roll.
get their hands in your face.
Not 18. 22.
No effect whatsoever.
Thank
And
goodness.
that brings us to Qualek.
Oh, you all missed me.
Turn. All right, Qualek is going to first turn to Lisbane and said, "You know, every now and then I get a small glimpse into what is to come, but nothing could have prepared me for that boy tobogganing down on top of an undead creature." And then he's going to walk down towards the stairs, get a better idea, like a view of what's happening a little bit. So I think I can move to probably over there. I can see that there's still 3 remaining.
4.
4 remaining.
One of them's prone. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
One of them's prone and incapacitated. This one here, you can see it's kind of like it's not moving. It's on the ground, but you can see it's still got that necrotic essence sort of like animating it.
All right, talk to me. 20-foot radius. Can I put this anywhere where it's not going to blow the shit out of everyone else?
You can try.
Because it's a 20-foot radius. So if I plant that at the back wall,
you can definitely get 3 of them without hitting anyone. So there you go. 20-foot circle.
Yeah, 20-foot circle.
There we go one. There we go.
Bloody hell.
Oh, the circles everywhere.
So many circles, guys.
Oh, it's like play school. Yeah. Is there any way we can?
Oh, maybe. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. I would give you that to get all 4 of them.
All right.
One of them's only
so
dust in, but yeah, I'll give you that.
That's
I
pretty
think
good.
in order to get to
But
that,
do you have to be able to
Down.
see?
there you go.
Yeah, because you need to be able to see basically the corner of that passageway.
Yeah. So
So,
that's
yeah.
20 foot of movement to get to there. So yeah, I'm going
Good, generous DM there. I'd say he's about 5 foot off, but that's all
It's
right.
a good thing he's not me.
So, like, yeah, I'm generous in moments like this, but you will learn.
It's
It
like,
it
it's the
has
start
its
of the
balance.
campaign. Shit
It
can
has
change.
its balance, bro.
That's it.
All right.
Right, so what
Great scales.
are we doing?
Deck saves. I'm sure these
Dex
undead
saves?
creatures are dexterous. They're very
What's your
dexterous hands.
spell save DC?
Good hand-eye coordination. 17.
17 is the save, and the damage.
Oh.
I'm gonna group roll them. So is this a fireball or?
Yeah, no, it's a little spell that I like to call Fireball. Yeah.
Yep. Go. Roll me some damage for it then.
Fire away, fire away.
27
points of damage.
It will be 27. Let's roll them up. Oh, so 2 successes and 2 failures, applying the damage. All right, they're all still alive, but 3 of them are looking. Oh wait, incapacitated.
Automatically fails its save.
That one's dead.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah. The other 2 on the flank, so the one next to Veltari and the one with the T marker on it, both look really bad. And the other one has barely taken any damage before you hit it. It looks like it took full damage though, so you've taken a good chunk of it.
Yeah, so Qualek takes a step up. He reaches into one of the little bags on his belt, and he pulls out like some sticky, like viscous stuff, and he like rolls it into a ball, and then flicks it. And as he flicks it, it bursts into like a little pea of flame that arcs across the room. You can see that firelight sort of reflecting off the stonework as it zips right past everyone's head, and boom, just explodes into this bright flash of arcane fire that burns one of them into ash.
Hell yeah.
And
That
that
is awesome.
will probably be the end of his turn, I think. Let me just double check, make sure I don't have any fun bone actions I can do. I do not. So yeah, that'll be the end of his turn. He might actually, so I moved 20 feet to get where I am. I've got how much movements? 30 feet, so I might move another 10 feet back. This, as I see, I didn't quite kill him, so I'm gonna try and get behind Dark Hubble, but can't quite make it. End of my turn.
Yep. Alright, no problem. I'm just checking out a couple of things. 1 second. Okay. That's all good there. That's interesting. Okay,
Classic spell, Fireball. Never a wrong time for a good Fireball, I always say.
Never.
In a 5-foot room it is.
Depends on who's in that room.
Yeah.
If it's not me, it's fine.
Alright, no problem at all. That is done. That means we are up to Army Lizzie.
So Lizzie felt the sparkle of psychic magic when sort of doing her psychic lance, and so she's going to follow that up with Tasha's mind whip. And the way that I see this sort of transferring into her skill set is it's kind of like a disapproving look from a parent or parental figure. So just like a death glare, just like a you've done something wrong. I'm going to cast this as a 3rd level spell, so I can pick 2 targets. So I'm going to pick both of them. Can they both give me a intelligence saving throw, please?
So the 2 that you can see, I take it?
Yes.
Yep, okay. Not group tokens. Ungroup tokens, please. No.
If they fail, they take 12 points of damage. If they succeed, they can take 6 points of damage.
Okay, no problem. Quick rolls, we have damage will be 12. Your save DC is 18, I believe, and it's an intelligence save. They do have advantage on these currently. Alright, let's roll. They both fail anyway.
They also get that force damage. Do you want me to roll 2 or just 1?
Just 1, and we'll fight both of them.
Cool. That force damage is just going to be 1. Just going to be a little tip on little extra damage.
Force damage.
Right.
In terms of the consequences of their failure as well, they can't take a reaction, and on their next turn they must choose to take either a move, an action, or a bonus action. They can't do all 3.
Yeah, cool. No problem. Yeah, love that. So that is what was that? Mind Sliver?
No, Tasha's Mind Whip.
Mind Whip. Yeah.
Mind Whip.
Yeah, that's a cool spell. I like that one. So these ones have both been affected
just
by
like
Mind Whip.
Just like the glower of a disapproving aunt.
Love it. Done. Applied.
For her bonus action, she's going to sort of yell over to Flower Child and say, "That was awesome!" and give Bardic Inspiration.
That was awesome.
I'm so scared right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I felt
Love
like
it.
an explosion literally just happened right in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And all right, and so actually with that, I do want to say, Flower Child 4,
Yes.
can you please roll me a Wisdom saving throw? You will have advantage because of the current card effects.
Advantage.
Yeah.
My first wisdom is 13 or 16.
All right.
My second roll is a 15. So
Okay.
16 is the highest.
Pretty good, yeah. All right, so like you get a brief flash of like the back of your mind. It's like this is not the first time you've been this close to explosive flames, but it doesn't take a hold of you or anything. Like it's just a brief flash of like, well, that's a familiar feeling, but that's about it.
I feel it in my loins.
All right, Doc Hobble, you're up.
Okay. So, we've still got things around to slaughter. So I'm gonna walk over to our friend, our friendly wounded wight over here. Well, not that friendly, but he's not really doing much. So let's just put him out of his misery with my scalpel. Do a nice merciful 16 to hit.
That hits.
Ah, very shiny. And I actually won't use my extra damage this time, just doing normal.
Yeah, that was probably wise, as you completely dissect him.
That's what scalpels are for.
Mm-hmm.
And now, that would have been... I didn't pay attention to the speed I was going.
About 20 feet.
25.
Yeah.
25. So I've still
Cool.
got 10, which means
Yeah.
I can go over difficult terrain to this one here.
Yep.
And this is where another strike comes from my my mighty scalpel.
Mm-hmm.
We do a nice 21. And this time I'm going to use the extra damage.
Sure.
Hell, I might as well do the healing too. Oh, wait.
If you
The
need
healing
it.
doesn't work on undead, does it? Life drinker?
So you tell me. It's your ability.
Hey, it can. Okay, might as well do it.
If you need it.
Might as well have that top up, you know? So rolling all three of these ones down here. And the last ones for my healing, don't add it to damage.
13 in total. Is any
one
of that
heal.
necrotic? What kind of damage is Life Drinker?
Good question. I don't think... Well, Life Drinker is not damage. Life Drinker is just healing. Or does it do damage? Oh, shit, you're right. Yeah, it deals an extra 1d6 necrotic, psychic, or radiant. So I'd probably
choice
pick
then.
radiant.
Alright, yeah, cool, no problem. So 1 radiant damage, 13 damage in total. That is done, and you regain 1 hit point. And this one is now looking, you know, like it's not doing so well. Anything
Oh,
else?
damn it.
What?
Yeah, I should have made it do psychic, but it's too late
Yeah,
now.
should have.
Oh, I wonder if I've got a funny little bonus action I can do. Nothing terribly useful for the moment. Oh, wait. There is something.
And tell Jen we could hear her.
They could hear you.
Now I just saw it.
And yes, I agree.
Fallen creature you can
I had
see
the
up
same
to
thought.
60 feet. Okay. And I can see our friend Veltari, so I'm just gonna put 6 points of healing into him.
Is that 6 dice? You're doing 6 of your
Oh, is that
healing
dice?
pool? Yeah, bro, that's a healing
Oh.
pool of D6s, I believe.
Oh
So
shit! In that
you
case, just
choose
do.
now. Alright, so roll 2d6, and that's how many hit
so
points.
generous.
Like, holy shit!
Thanks,
He's
bro.
trying to just give you like 6 health, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you
I was
said
like,
you
oh,
get 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
9, is it?
It works.
9, yeah. So
9
that's that's a pretty cool Celestial Warlock ability. They're the
Decent.
only class in the game that I'm aware of that can bonus action heal someone
Heal.
and also cast a spell that turn.
That's cool.
Because it's not a spell; it's a class ability. It's really
That's
cool.
right, yeah.
Really groovy. All right, so that's it for you.
That's it for me.
No problem. Well, Maurice is somewhere by the front door.
Would you like
and
me
it's,
to roll a sorcerer's burst for Maurice?
Sure, why not?
We'll just put
If that's all right with Jam.
Yeah, should be okay with it. We'll just put Maurice up there so they can see. I'll roll a sorcerer's burst for them. Plus 10 to hit. Yeah? What was that? I don't know what she said.
You got
She yelled
caught.
at me. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just roll a d20 and add plus 10 to it. 22 to hit for 2d8 points of, let's call it, I don't know, the radiant damage, I suppose. 2d8.
Sure.
Pew. Oh no, wait, can she do psychic damage? I think that's the one she can't do. Can she? Oh shit. What damage was that? Oh no, she can do psychic damage. So 2d8 worth of
Okay.
psychic damage.
Applied it, and then roll another D8.
Another
or the
D8?
extra D8.
Okay. I'll just take that 7 that I just rolled.
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
nice, that works. So -7, done. Yeah, both of these things are looking pretty close on their last legs now. Like Maurice just took that still stronger one down a good couple of pegs. Nicely done.
There we go. All right.
All right,
It's the end of their turn.
and that means Flower Child 4. It's on you for
All
the
right.
last turn of the round and of the game tonight because it's 10 to 11 and we're going to have to wrap in a minute. So, how'd you like to
Right.
wrap things up?
So the guy got crushed underneath my coffin lid.
Yeah,
can pick-
Doc Hobble's standing on it now.
That's true.
Oh. So
How strong are you?
I'm pretty strong. So what I'm gonna do is try to pick up apologetically. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to crush you. I didn't. I fell. I promise. Pick the thing up. But he's really strong. He's really big. So look, I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to see if I can get 2 strength rolls to pick
Yep.
this fucking thing
Right,
up.
you want to go one step further and use your hero point.
That's
so you've
yeah,
got-
heroic
The big
inspiration.
one? Yeah, all
Yeah.
right, the big, yeah, all right, cool. So you
Can
can,
I use my hero point to make it rip in half as he lifts it?
oh, yeah, all right, I'm loving this. So let's go a contested strength roll between the two of you.
So you just want strength, just normal
Oh,
strength?
athletics.
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 Yeah.
Right. So I get advantage. Yeah.
So do I.
Yep. Perfect.
Nice.
The natural 2 on the first
Oh
one.
no. Oh, that's
That's
only
a
your first
13.
one. All right. Yeah.
That's 21 on the second.
Ooh.
Oh, well, that's a dead even match.
Reroll. Reroll.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a reroll.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do this.
Athletics. 16 or 24.
Oh,
only
okay, Doc
17.
Hovel, I'm afraid that you're going to get slightly launched as, maybe not launched, but enough that you stagger, kind of step over this one that, the dead body, this one, and end up kind of over here as Flower Child manages to reef the thing up from underneath you.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. And then
Where are
pick
you
up
going?
and then just drop the coffin lid on this one.
The next one along, yeah.
Yeah, and
Go
just
ahead,
drop
roll
it. Just drop it on it.
Cool.
I'll do the attack roll.
Yeah. So,
Oh, natural 1.
oh dear.
no.
Oh dear. Well, luckily, that one cannot take a reaction because it's been hit with Tash's Mind Whip, so I can't hit you back. Nicely done there, Sevs.
Do you want to? You do have your bardic inspiration that you
Oh,
could
yeah.
potentially add to that. It's a D10.
But Bardic doesn't get away from a D1 though. It's a natural one.
Yeah,
Well,
1 to
it's-
1.
One's a 1.
That's one.
What would a
Um,
natural
so-
19 give you? Anything?
Oh, natural 19.
Oh.
The living crap out of me, I suppose.
Important.
There we
Yeah,
go. There we
so-
go. Very nuts, yeah.
As
Alright, and then-
he's sort of doing that, we see Quilek's eyes like roll into the back of his head again, and then like he just reaches in, like while he's like lifting up and apologizing, he's like, "Don't apologize to the dead. Apologize to those who are not yet in the dirt." And he picks off like a little tiny rock and he just throws it. And as you go to step, like it just interrupts your balance just enough for like to turn that 1 into a 19.
All right. And so I hit this guy for a 15 points of damage,
which is exactly how much you needed to cause it to cease its portion of unlife.
Oh shit! I done it again! I crushed this guy again! Shit! And I think I'd like, if I could, I've done a fair bit, so I think that's pretty good. The last thing, if I could, I would like to grab Voltari and pull him away with a second attack, but I know I've done a lot, so I'm alright to just leave it there if I can't do anything else.
Alright, well, what I was going to suggest is that perhaps as a combination of yours and Doc Hovel's hero point use, is that if you'd like to roll another attack roll, and if Doc Hovel's cool with it, like maybe as you're coming back over grumbling or something, you bump into him as he's slamming this thing down, and it kind of rolls over and also hits the next one in line.
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Right, cool. Roll another attack with advantage because Doc Hovel's technically helping.
I don't think I need it, to be honest.
No, you don't really, but you can crit fish if you like, but you probably also don't need to do that.
No.
No, perfect. All right, and that was exactly what I was hoping would happen. The perfect wrap-up of Splat. You also caused that one to see.
They keep dying underneath my thing! I'm so sorry! I am so sorry!
I've got one little bit of RP because this will lead into next week. I'm actually not here next week, guys. Just okay. And as I put my hand on him, I'll be like, "That'll do, boy. That'll do." And then you see Valtteri go, "Oh," like grab his head, and he's like, "No, not now." And to all of you, it almost looks like he takes a step back, he kneels and sits, and then his body just dissipates. Ooh. He's no longer in the room.
And that
took him. I promise I didn't crush him. I promise I didn't crush him.
And that's exactly where we'll leave it until next week, folks. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure DMing for you all. Loving that we're only 2 rooms into a dungeon that is actually quite large. I don't care if we spend 10 sessions in this dungeon, because this is so much fun. Thanks heaps, guys.
We are almost 10 sessions in the first dungeon in Back and Blackest Night as well. So don't feel bad because it seems to be a running theme. And I think if you're taking your time with it, it means you're having fun. And I certainly had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks, guys, for playing some Dungeons and Dragons with me. Thanks, Mark, for being the DM. Thanks, tabletopaudio.com for the ambience. Make sure you join us again next week, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday night for the next episode of Vecna Eve of Ruin. These episodes are also going to be going up on YouTube this weekend. So if you want to catch up before that, make sure you check that out. Unless you are actually watching this on YouTube, in which case you're already doing the right thing. But join us on Twitch next time. And then, of course, we have Back and Blackest Night, which is a Curse of Stride actual play every Monday night, DM'd by me, because I'm a sucker for punishment. And that's at Monday night, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you join us and drop some crit coin. Buy some cards, because this card tonight was absolutely perfect. I don't know about you guys.
It was clutch.
I loved having
it. Was so clutch. Yeah, well done.
And they're only going to get more wild from here. So, good night, I suppose. Unless anyone else had something they wanted to say?
Nope.
All right.
Well, actually,
I'm
actually going to be in Melbourne attending a Australian Manufacturing Week. So if anyone is in Melbourne and loves their 3D printing and whatnot, I shall be down there. So if you're there, you see my balding head walking around the crowd, just tap me on the shoulder. So
call in.
Yeah.
Call in.
That's fine. All right, and actually, I do have one thing. This weekend, if you're in Townsville, the warehouse is reopening at the Mansfield Hotel, and we've got 3 huge nights. So we'll have, I'm not working there, but I'm playing at one of the events. But Friday night is Spiderbait, supported by local rockers Colloidal Silver, who are also awesome. I know the guys. That's sold out, unfortunately, but it's going to be a huge night. Second night, so Saturday, we have the presets doing I believe a DJ set, supported by again locals, the Popley kids. But these guys live in Melbourne now and haven't played. Like they haven't played together. I mean, they're still mates. They hang out, but like they are reforming specifically for this gig to support the presets because like it's their hometown and the presets were a big influence on them. Then on the Sunday night, or the Sunday afternoon, from midday until 5. We have what we're calling the loading dock. So it's 12 local original bands or soloists across 5 hours, and it's a chance to come and check out some of the new original music that's happening in town. I'm playing there with my band, opening up at midday, and then I've got a later set in the afternoon solo as well. So that should be awesome and fun.
Yeah,
Come on to that.
and if we can make it work, we'll be down there as well. So if you want to meet me, or you want to avoid me and meet Mark, make sure you check that out. All right. Good night, everybody. See you all.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.